Our next speaker is Alberto Alamo, followed by Miriam Fisher.
Good morning. I'm a work train operator who has a few gripes. We're trying to get service and the city back on track. Well, we're starting to have too many locomotives breaking down all over the system, delaying services. And unfortunately, it's due to the lack of maintenance. I can put a train out of service because of a traction motor issue, which will delay service for the morning rush. It'll be put back in service the next day as if nothing happened. We need to try to get certain hours of maintenance across just not work train locomotives, but also buses, regular subway trains. We're putting people at risk sometimes because faulty brakes, doors that don't open, doors that open by themselves, brakes that apply by themselves. I mean, if you're supposed to be the new day-to-day guy, Feinberg didn't do anything when I brought it to her attention. She was like, oh, I'll get back to you. And this was a year after she left. I still am waiting for an answer. So we need more involvement from all of you here if you really want to get this city back in shape. It just can't be on us, the actual workforce, trying our best to get it done. We need more involvement from you. We need people to actually get more maintenance done. $85 million for a bus depot that's sitting there doing what? Absolutely nothing. So if we can spend $85 million on an empty building, we can put at least a couple million in something as far as brakes, safety issues. Safety is your concern. That's what we hear at the beginning of this meeting. Well, we actually need to do something about that safety. Get more involved. Start working with us who actually know the job, because most of you here have never done our job. And we can, work together to really get this city back in shape. Put supervisors that actually did the job, not just because they know you and you know them. They have to know the job, do the job. Get involved. It's not just looking pretty at this table. We need to actually have you guys do your jobs. If you're the chief person of safety, do the safety. If you're regarding other policy and procedure, all right, be the paper pusher. But get more involved. Enough is enough. Not just the riders, but us are suffering. Good luck.
Our next speaker is Alexander Kemp, followed by Tramell Thompson.
Good morning. I'm here today because mainly I'm a bus operator. My name is Alexander Kemp from Jackie Gleason Depot. I'm a member of Progressive Action. I would consider myself a 10-year veteran in buses, just based on the experiences I've had in the last 10 years, be it pandemics, be it stock market crashes, be it reduced service. All of these circumstances have led to customers and operators being placed at a disadvantage. Every time I look on a Twitter website or on Twitter and see when passengers are being informed by the transit authority that the reason there is no bus is because of driver shortage, it makes me cringe, considering that the driver who's going to pull up to that stop is going to get assaulted either verbally or physically because the transit authority has informed the passenger who is unaware of the real circumstances why that bus is late, that it's relative to driver in operation or driver availability. When the public needs to know the truth is that the transit authority uses interlining. They have one driver covering multiple lines, meaning if that one driver is late, that one bus or two buses are now going to be late. They failed to inform the general public that since 2010, they have made cuts and added articulated buses, which have reduced the amount of drivers and service by 40%, meaning that for every one articulated bus, there is two less drivers. So instead of one driver who's out with COVID being sick and a passenger waiting a half hour, they should be missing one driver and waiting 5 minutes. The burden falls on this room and not on the people who are in general passenger service. You need to stop lying to the public and hold yourselves accountable, because you control the purse. Do not make us the burden bearers, because not only are we dying from COVID, we're dying on the road and dying from poor health. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Tramell Thompson.
Good morning. The other day, a bus operator had a bullet go through his partition. I'm going to quote President Cipriano. "My heart goes out to the bus operator. What a traumatic experience that must have been." The next traumatic experience is going out on workers' comp dealing with the MTA. Give quick rundown. I was diagnosed with COVID last March. August 27th, the MTA put a fake comp fraud case on me. October 2nd, I beat the case. MTA PR person went out there and said Tramell is a disgruntled employee. He's making false claims. How much money do you guys waste attacking your own employees? Y'all spend thousands of dollars onboarding employees and then spend the next 25 years trying to fire them. You guys appealed the case, and I waited for a year to get paid. My case just got settled last August, and you guys lost again, right? Now, I'm having problems. I got assaulted back in March, came back to work this March. I had problems getting my checks. You guys claims that you guys were sending out IMEs to me. I never got it. I sent you the email earlier this week, right? Now, you guys claim, Tramell, you're not being targeted. You have your own managers coming to me, want me to go on my platform to expose some of your managers. So if they able to come to me to expose some of your managers, I'm quite sure the same thing could happen to me, because that's what's happening. I just don't get why you guys spend so much time attacking your employees. Now today, I have nothing to do. I'm going to sit here all day because I want answers as to why you guys are attacking me, not giving me my checks, not giving me my IME appointments, because this is blatant now. For you guys to even go in the media and have Tim Minton call me a disgruntled employee, since when do y'all do that? Is that right?
Please conclude your
We're
remarks.
going to see today because I want answers as to what's going on.
Our next speaker is Moe Olivier, followed by Philip Dominguez.
All right, good morning, folks. So my name is Moe Olivier. I'm a teacher with the New York City Department of Education for the past 23 years. I'm put on unpaid leave because of my sincerely held religious beliefs. So I'm here as a sounding board to the MTA and to the world, because the public leaders, you guys are not God, even though you're acting like God. You're not God. So understand that the decisions that you're making are affecting people down below. Now, you may not be giving a platform to the regular folks out here, but people are making noise. So now, please know that the vaccine mandates that New York City is doing everyone's not in agreement with the vaccine mandates, and it's going to create an unfair situation in New York City. People are going to push back, people are going to lose their jobs, and it's going to create an unsafe environment for New York City, specifically the subway systems, because when people don't have work, they do unthinkable things. So as leaders, I need you guys to think about the decisions that you're making. I need you to advocate for people's rights to choose what they want to put in their bodies. I need you to advocate for people's religious beliefs to not take vaccines, because if not, we're creating an unsafe situation inside of New York City. And right now, I don't know if you heard that the New York City NYPD and the FDNY are now being mandated to take a vaccine. Understand that those mandates will remove some law enforcement from the city streets that will make the city streets unsafe. Know that there are protests that's happening. People are going to start walking out of their jobs because they do not believe in the vaccine mandates. So simply what you guys need to do is allow the people the right to choose what's good for themselves, choose what's good for their bodies, make policy that supports choice, not mandates. Choice, not mandates, because if people can choose, they will more support, and they can choose what's best for themselves. So look, I'm simply here to let you know that what's coming down the line is a lot of chaos in the city streets because people will not submit. And I represent all of those teachers who are now on unpaid leave because they don't have a job. And believe it or not, they're organizing. Thank you.